You're watching NBC San Diego News.
I'm Monica Dean. Let's get right into your top local stories. Excitement is growing for today's World Cup game between Mexico and South Korea. A massive watch party in the South Bay that Telemundo 20 and Adriana's Insurance are hosting is now underway. This is all happening at Memorial Park. About 25,000 people are expected to be in attendance. There are multiple screens playing several matches. There are giveaways, food, other events, including a concert. The event just started about 20 minutes ago, but it's going to go on all day long. The game between Mexico and South Korea is set for 6 p.m. And if you would rather watch at home and avoid the crowds, you can watch every game in Spanish on Peacock and Telemundo 20. Another big event happening this weekend. Yeah, it's San Diego's first NASCAR race, which is also the first ever race on an active military base. The 3-day NASCAR San Diego Series kicks off tomorrow at Naval Base Coronado. NBC7's Audra Stafford shows us one of the unique ways the drivers and the Navy have been gearing up for this big event.
You can see the excitement is definitely building here at Naval Base Coronado, with media from all over the world showing up here to get their credentials for the big event. Bringing this race to the base is a really big deal. Before the Navy would sign off on it, the drivers had to prove they deserved to be here.
You can turn my runway into a racetrack.
Okay, that isn't really the case, but that is the premise of NASCAR versus Navy, the San Diego mini movie currently streaming on Prime Video.
The idea was that we wanted the drivers to show up to the base in preparation for the event, like they're showing up the week of the race, and they're met by some hotshot fighter pilots
who challenge them to face off in a high-octane battle for the base. The mini-movie was shot on Naval Base Coronado in just 2.5 days.
One, back!
Oh! It was a crazy whirlwind kind of production.
And it features 6 NASCAR Cup Series stars.
1, 2, 3, go!
Really, one of the big things we want to do with this film is showcase our drivers' personalities.
Oh man, they were hilarious, because I'm stressed trying to be a good actor, and they're just, you know, kicking it, having a good time.
Local Navy veteran turned actor Jordan Drake plays Roe,
the lead pilot, the head of the squadron, and a real serious dude, you know, top flight guy. It was exciting.
This weekend's first of its kind NASCAR San Diego Series will also be exciting. The circuit features 16 turns over 3.4 miles on Naval Base Coronado. Jordan isn't sure if he'll be able to make it to the actual event, but says getting to be a part of it in this way.
It was a full circle moment, a huge full circle moment for me, my career, my family, knowing that, hey, the experience that I had, it means something and it's important and it's still so relevant to bring it back and do it in a whole different avenue. It was incredible.
See you in my rear view.
Okay, so who wins, NASCAR or the Navy? Well, judging by the fact that this weekend's event is nearly sold out, I'd say both. As for who wins in the movie, well, you'll have to watch to find out. From Naval Base Coronado, I'm Audra Stafford, NBC7.
I will have to watch. So cool, right? And you can expect heavy delays in traffic on the Coronado Bridge and other surrounding freeways during the NASCAR series this weekend. Nearly 50,000 people are expected to make their way onto the Navy base each day during the 3-day event. Attendees are urged to plan ahead, arrive early, have your ticket and government ID ready for entry since security is going to be very tight. Chief Meteorologist Sheena Parveen joins us now with a look at your forecast. Hi, Sheena.
Hi there. As we head through the afternoon, we're going to be still seeing some clouds linger near the coast. Low 70s for the Inland Valley. It's just a touch cooler, mid to upper 70s, but feeling comfortable. Mountains mid 70s, deserts near 100 degrees. We're still looking at elevated surf at the beaches. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet. Dangerous rip currents. Always make sure you're near a lifeguard tower. This will be the case through the end of the week. There's your forecast for the coast. Through the weekend, we'll be around the low 70s, gradual clearing each day. Clouds may still linger at the beaches, but a nice weekend. Your 10-day coming up.
Like the sound of that. Thank you. After a deadly crash killed a USD student, people who live in that area are now questioning whether the city could have done something years ago to prevent something like this from happening. We'll have that story for you coming up next.
We are rolling. You're left. I'm sorry.
Let's do this.
Where do you get your information from? Well, definitely start with the local news.
The reason why I love listening to local news like NBC, they give the facts.
California families could feel
They have a genuine interest, first as people and second as a news team.
Because this is their community too.
Sometimes the news isn't always fun. Bringing it to us every day in good and bad times is something that we rely on.
Nice to have you with us.
You're watching NBC San Diego News.
I'm Monica Dean. Welcome back. We still don't know the name of the USD student killed in an early morning crash involving a San Diego police car yesterday. San Diego police say the officer wasn't hurt in the crash and the department is investigating. They say an officer was driving a patrol car on Linda Vista Road and, quote, felt an impact on his vehicle. That officer turned around and found a man in his early 20s lying there in the street. Police say they don't know why he was in the street. USD responded to the crash in a statement saying the University of San Diego campus community is deeply saddened by the tragic loss of one of our students who was struck early this morning by a vehicle near the campus. Out of respect for the family, the university will not release the student's identity at this time. Now, neighbors in Morena are questioning whether the crash could have been prevented, especially after looking into a proposed plan from 10 years ago that called for attention to this area. Some closures on the heartbreaking story of 3-month-old baby Delilah, who was starved to death at the hands of her parents. Those parents were sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. Both Brandon Copeland and Elizabeth Uckman were found guilty in her death in separate jury trials. And during yesterday's sentencing, the parents addressed the court for the first time.
I just want to first start by saying that nobody knows how much this pains me and the amount of grief that I've suffered in 4 years. And I want to say I'm sorry to everybody who was involved in this case, but most of all, I'm sorry to my daughter.
Ms. Uckman has prepared a statement, Your Honor, that I'd like to read on her behalf. I know my action caused my daughter's death, and not a day goes by that I don't think about it. I wish I could change what happened or that I could trade my life for hers, but I can't.
In 2021, baby Delilah was just 3 months old and weighed just 3 pounds when she died. Copeland and Uckman will be eligible for parole in the year 2039. Testimony in the murder trial of Larry Miliete wraps up for the week today. He is accused of killing his wife Maya because she was trying to divorce him. Larry has pleaded not guilty. Maya's secret Instagram account and the messages she sent to the co-worker that she had been having an affair with dominated yesterday's testimony. You can find in-depth courtroom coverage on NBC7.com. We'll have a look at your weather report right after this.
On January 22nd, I got a phone call from my daughter.
Rolling.
All right. She said, Mom, the water's already waist high. And we were all scrambling.
There's been 2 wildfires that have come through. We were able to watch NBC7, and we knew that as long as they were there, we were going to be okay.
We're going to be here. We're going to keep an eye on things.
Because of you guys, they acted.
This is the source of all of this neighborhood's problems.
Everything can be so unpredictable, and we rely on this coverage.
And that's a tornado warning. Hi there. As we head through the afternoon today, we're looking pretty good across the county. We'll be in the upper 60s near the coast. Wave heights are still elevated at the beaches, 3 to 6 feet. Dangerous rip currents, low 70s coastal communities. Mid to upper 70s for the inland valley, so a little bit cooler. Mid 70s mountains, around 100 degrees in the deserts. This weekend, feeling a little less humid. We'll be in the low 70s at the coast, around the mid to upper 70s inland. Next week, though, we have a warming trend, but your weekend ahead looks great for your Father's Day plans.
Speaking of Father's Day, take a look at this incredibly rare moment at Jolla Cove when a sea lion gave birth to twins. These are photos from a few days ago when the new mom with her baby sea lion pups were there together on the beach. According to the Rangers and the Seal Society, both pups are healthy. They are feeding well. Experts say this is the first time this has ever been seen in San Diego. Incredible, right? They say the chance of this happening is only 0.06%. Teams from SeaWorld also visited the Cove to observe the moms and her twins. More coverage you count on at NBC7.com. Thanks for watching.